So what was it for you then?
School Days. Because I distinctly remember this, and I remember being really annoyed about it. And I'm not saying that for the meme; it's totally accurate.
Why can I never escape School Days?
Okay, you want to know? You want to know what's even worse, right? Is that so? I was watching anime on YouTube still at this point, right? So, and I remember because I'd go to my anime list because that's what everyone did, right? Like you would look at which ones are high rated and which ones, For some reason, School Days was like one of the highest rated. But it was like split right between like it was either a 10 or a 2.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm gonna be in the 10 category because everything I've watched so far I fucking love.
Yeah.
Right. So first off, I already had a bad start with watching School Days because I remember watching School Days HQ or something, and it was like
like a spin-off?
It was like 40 minutes.
No. School Days HQ, to explain, is the original visual novel of School Days. But the original visual novel of School Days was basically just a full-on anime.
Yeah.
Right? It was all animated.
Okay.
I didn't know that. This is the first time I just found that out.
Yeah. So you can watch all of School Days HQ on something like Pornhub or X Videos, which if you're really just
X-hamster, no hamsters.
if you're really just looking to watch the clips that you're looking for, you can just find it on there.
And they would have showed the clips in that. I didn't get that far. I got about because it was a 40-minute episode 1.
Right.
And I watched 40 minutes and I was like, this doesn't seem right. Am I watching the right thing? Like everyone's saying it's good. Like, is this right?
It's so funny that you say like the School Days like Mal is either like a 10 or a 2.
I
was definitely one of those people who put it as a 10.
I know you did, you piece of shit. Because I know exactly what
is going on here?
I know what mindset you were in where you were like, I'm in the fucking hood. I gotta say yes.
What is going on? Why am I sitting next to someone who gave School Days a 10?
Okay, look.
He's that sheep, right? Who everyone else has set it at 10. And he doesn't want to be that one guy who's like, I don't think I have good taste. No, I have good taste. I can appreciate it. So that's
because for me, right, like School Days was like
garbage.
It was crap until the last episode. Because the last episode, I was like, first of all, I remember just like sitting there. We're obviously not going to say it, but I'm sure there's lots of people who know.
If you don't know what happens at the end of School Days,
Boat Kun comes out, right? Everyone knows. But like School Days for me, that ending was like the most satisfying thing I'd ever seen in anime.
Okay. I will give you that. It was satisfying, but then I remembered like I just sat through 11 of the most boring shit in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is big enough to redeem it.
Like the first 11 episodes was just like, I think I need anger management right now.
Yeah.
Because oh my god, I hate the main character so much.
Oh
and then,
my god,
and then
I hated
like
him.
the fucking orgasm you got at episode 12 where what happened, and you're like, oh
yeah.
okay,
That for me,
god.
that ending for me made it a 10.
No.
Like I was
No,
like, for me,
no.
I specifically remember I'm like, I'm glad I went through those 11 episodes
No,
because I got to watch the
that's-
most satisfying ending
That's bullshit.
I've ever
That is
seen.
bullshit. That's recency bias, right? Because you're basing your review of how it ended, not the absolute shit truck that you had to like shovel through.
Okay, no, but
to
like,
get
but
there.
here's the thing, right? Like, I've said this so many times in videos, but like, the ending for me is so fucking important because, like, I had the
Because
exact
you got that
opposite.
goldfish brain, the one that like tunes everything out.
Because
before
I had the exact opposite experience with Dead Man Wonderland.
No, I still like Dead Man Wonderland.
Because Dead Man Wonderland for me was amazing first 10 episodes, and the ending was just the most garbage, bullshitty, like, okay, we ran out of budget ending that I've ever seen, that it just completely ruined the
But that
experience.
doesn't mean it's a 1. I mean,
I'm
it
not
may,
putting,
it
no,
may,
I didn't put Dead Man Wonderland.
What did you give?
as a
What
one.
did you give Dead Man Wonderland?
The anime?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a 5.
What? No, it's better than a 5.
Because then I read the manga, and the manga's infinitely better.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought
Because the manga actually ends.
Did you like the ending of the manga though?
It's better than the fucking anime.
I guess. I remember reading Dead Man Wonderland, and I kind of liked what it did a little bit, but the ending I wasn't too big of a fan of in the manga.
Right.
But
But I
anyway, we're
enjoyed
getting off
it, even if it was like a mediocre ending, right? Like,
least you got an ending.
At least I got an okay ending. Whereas the anime just left me wanting more, and I'm like, don't cock tease me like that after 10 amazing episodes.
But would you rather a show that has like 10 amazing episodes with no ending, or 24 episodes with 10 amazing episodes and then it starts to go kind of meh and the ending's a little questionable?
The first.
Right, that's what we got with Dead Man there.
Yeah.
Right, we got 10 mangas. And
that's
then-
why, like,
but like, I'm just trying to like wrap my head around how you could justify
School Days.
Okay,
I've just been sitting here for like the past few minutes having a fucking mental breakdown by myself.
Let me rephrase, okay? I had so many opinion changes on the ending to School Days, like so many times.
Okay, so what would you give School Days now then?
Now I would give it a 6.
No, off, man.
I had a phase where I'm like, is this ending genius or is it the worst garbage that I've ever seen?
If I like, you know, if I make a character that is so fucking abhorrent and then I kill him off, you shouldn't be.
He's not even a good character. He's not a good character.
But that's exactly the reason why the ending was so satisfying.
It's satisfying, but it's just so fucking surface level. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't watch it again.
Because he like this protagonist is the one that we follow. He made this character dog shit on purpose, but then there's also little bits where he tries to make you like the guy, and that's the worst part. And that's what I fucking hate. It's like, no, don't try to make me sympathize with this cunt. he just had like a threesome in like class 3B. Like, what the fuck? He just had like he's supposed to be a dad or some shit.
That's the one character development that what the fuck is it? Makoto had. That was his name.
Makoto, because he's so fucking bland. I couldn't even remember I can't remember any of the character names.
I love the one character development Makoto had is that he started out as this like absolute simp for Sekai and then just turned into these most like fucking
Kotonoha. That was a fucking name.
He became like the Giga Chat.
Giga Chat.
And the episode for me that made me like had to like pause and go like was like when they wanted to have like a threesome or something. I like paused it and I was like.
Chotto matte. Chotto fucking matte.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, no, and it was so like poor. Like, it was literally a porn plot. How it happened as well.
No, because it is a fucking porn plot.
Yeah, it was.
School Days HQ is a porn plot.
That's the worst thing about it, right? Is that they try and sell you that it's not a porn plot, and then they hit you with the in front of my salad plot, and you're like, no, this isn't what I want. Like, and the fact that people on Mal had the fucking balls to be like, this is an artistic masterpiece of our generation.
I'm definitely that one guy who said that. I'm like, this ending is absolutely genius. You guys just don't understand.
The timing is impeccable. It's like, no, it's like, yeah, okay, if my dog got rabies and I watched it die for 3 hours, yeah, I'd probably see it put down, but it would be satisfying, right? Because it's just suffering. That's what that anime was. It was just suffering. I fucking hated it. And the fact that I had to then watch 40 minutes of a Let's Play or whatever the fuck it was of the first thing.
See, I didn't watch that.
And the worst part is that imagine, okay, before you could even start the dog shit pile that is fucking School Days, you had to watch 40 minutes of the same thing before you started the same thing again. So I remember watching the first episode already bored out of my mind because I'd seen this shit before in a slightly different way. And I was like, I hate School Days.
Let's end it.
School Days sucks, cock.
I'm just having a fucking mental breakdown right now because I thought I had left School Days in the past. I never thought I'd hear those two words again. And I never thought I'd be sitting next to the guy who, you know, because I remember that Mal phase and I thought everyone must be trolling. This is like the interspecies reviewers kind of thing. Everyone's giving this a 10. Everyone's being fucking ironic. There's no way that there can be a guy who actually... I'm sure there were. I'm sure there were. But I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine you unironically gave it a 10. I just can't.
I just remember like
what is happening?
I had a video like this is a video.
Well, you corrected your opinion.
Yeah, no. So
not enough.
I made two videos. I had a video. The first video I ever made on School Days was right after I finished watching it, and I think it's like a 6-year-old video, and it's called like "Is the School Days Ending a Masterpiece?" or something like that. I don't know.
Oh my god!
And it was just like me going like, yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, but okay, it's like imagine if Code Geass' ending, right? You had that, but then 25 episodes was just us following like Nunnally, like just her daily life. You know what I mean? Like that shit's boring. I don't want to fucking.
It's like it wasn't like the ending was satisfying, but it was just a boring show. It was a boring show for half of it, and then the second half was just like anger management.
I think I gave it such a high score because I just appreciated the meta behind how the director and producer chose the literal worst ending of any visual novel in existence. Yeah. It was like grade A trolling, in my opinion. And I think that's why I said it was kind of genius.
I mean, it's definitely different. Right? That ending was not like an ending like that. You don't read. Have we seen anything like that since?
Because there's a reason why we're still talking about School Days after fucking how many years of it since it's been out?
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing, right? Is that sometimes what is a good ending, right? Do you think of it as a good ending because the story made sense. It really like in the whole thing. It was like, wow, that's a great ending. It really made sense. All the characters built up to this. No, it's a good ending because the main character was fucking awful, and everyone in that show was god awful.
Right.
We just wanted to see them get like revenge.
But I would argue that like an ending that is good, right, doesn't necessarily have to be memorable. Right, there's a difference between a memorable ending and a good ending.
It's a memorable ending, not a good ending.
But it's just like pure shock factor, right?
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
It's just like pure shock factor, and it's got not much substance behind that shock factor, right? And that was my big problem with School Days, because at least with the visual novel, you could see fucking sex scenes for one.
Yeah. we can watch the Giga Chat and
get some tips. He's getting threesomes at like age 16. Oh shit!
Exactly. Because at least in that point, it actually made sense why he was getting all this fucking pussy.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it though? Did it really?
I mean, no, it made sense because it was a fucking hentai,
It made sense in the visual novel, not in the anime, because they didn't explain the hentai subplot, right?
Yeah.
Or the subtext, I guess, that it is like a hentai.
I think that was the first time as a teenager that I was like, oh, sex again? Like, you know, like, really? We're going to go with sex again? All right, geez.
Yeah,
okay.
but like around that time, right? Like that's like the age where like you start to be like beyond those kinds of like sex and poop jokes, where it's all about like if
I don't
this
know,
isn't
man.
like challenging my 16-year-old atheist brain, then it's not good material. You know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I watched that like pee pee poo poo thing that made me laugh on YouTube like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if I'm fully gone, but
right, but like it always goes back, right? Like you laugh at poop jokes at age 10, not at age 15, and then you laugh at poop jokes again at age 20.
being a teenager is fucking weird. That's I guess that's all I could say.
It is fucking weird because teenagers, we horny as fuck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess when you're a teenager, you want to. This is a weird thing that you don't do as an adult, right? When you're an adult, you fully accept what you're into. But as a teenager, you're like trying to mold your interest into what you think you should like.
Yeah, exactly.
And I felt like the shows that you watched, which is probably why this guy gave fucking School Days a 10. He's like, I want to be this smart guy who can see through all the bullshit to see the masterpiece.
No, I will fully admit that's exactly what I
Right.
did.
Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I did that too, right?
Yeah.
There's probably a part of me that would argue that Prison Break was a masterpiece of our time, right? When I look back now, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I was 15.
Yeah.
You know, like it's when you're a teenager, you have dumb opinions, you know, like
exactly.
Why is it every podcast I'm on, I can never escape School Days? Why?
Because it's so fun.
I think because it's that moment as an anime fan when you watch School Days and it's like two paths. Which one are you gonna go down?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go down like just admitting your tastes? And,
This is like the modern
knowing
day
your-
like Pokemon versus Digimon. It's like School Days good or School Days bad.
It's like the anime litmus test.
I'm thinking, was School Days just way more culturally important for the anime fandom than I realized it was?
I
think it
so.
is.
At least for in the mid 2010 that round.
Yeah,
period. I
yeah.
think that was a big like taste indicator. you know,
100%.
And also, anyone who said they liked it was a fucking liar at the time, you know. So, and that means you couldn't trust any of his opinions.
How anyone subscribed after that, I don't understand.
Because at that time, I remember this. I felt like I was the idiot. Because I'm like, am I the only guy that thinks this show is garbage? Like,
Because when did School Days come out? It was like 2007, I think.
It was during the golden age.
Okay, so it's 2007. Because I think it was 2007.
Saying that, right? I watched that at like 2013.
Yeah.
And that was that argument was still going on until 2013. And to some aspect, it's still going on today.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot lesser, but
I mean, you can argue that we brought it back.
Well, how many anime do you know that have had like discussions like that where it's like brought up time and it's so decisive?
Well, I think this is the only anime that's like properly trashy. You know what I mean?
It's so trashy.
It just keeps being brought up because I can, point to shows like say Evangelion or something that's we can discuss till the end of times, and fans probably will discuss that till the end of time. But in terms of like shows that I count as fucking awful, School Days is just a show that just doesn't refuse to. It's a fucking cockroach. Every time I step on it, every time I think it fucking dies,
it comes back.
Two other people come back and say, "Oh yeah, I like the ending." I'm like, shut the fuck up. Please, I thought I was past this point.
You'll never escape from it, dude. That's the beauty of School Days.
2020. Oh my god!
I love how this was just like supposed to be our origin story. It turns to the downfall.